Okay. Shalom. 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 Kwam Yasha'Allah. Koholoimla. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Bahashim. Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who do rule well. And that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Aquath that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachana Nawah is coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and wanted to touch on this article right here I thought was, pretty damn hypocritical. But anyway, let's get a little bit of it. This is Newsweek. And it says Jason Aldean's new song sparks outrage over guns. Very scary lyrics. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's read into it a little bit. It says country music singer. Now, I've always thought that if anybody out here that should be shooting out and banging them, it should be cowboys. Country music. Hey, but you never hear about a country music star dying. Never hear about it. You know who you do hear about dying? So-called blacks. Mostly Hispanics. Now, there's this outrage and this outcry about this country music star putting out a gun song. But Jake put out gun songs like it's nothing. And nobody says not a goddamn thing about it. Jake run around, shoot each other up. So you see where I'm going with this, right? Well, let's get some of it. Country music star Jason Aldean has sparked controversy over lyrics in his new song that seems to promote gun violence. Oh, no. Can't be. Okay, Salakia. Kicking with the neighbor real quick. Jason Aldean has sparked controversy over lyrics in his new song that seems to promote gun violence. And again, like I said again, already know, every other song that Jake put out here is damn gun violence. Literally. Even the women. Even your Cardi B's, your damn Lottos, your whoever the hell. Even the women putting out gun violence songs, but nobody says anything. Nobody steps in and say, hey, I'm outraged by that. So it says Aldean, 46, who performed during the Route 91 Harvest Festival in Las Vegas in 2017, where a mass shooter killed 61 people and injured over 400, released a music video for the song Tried That in a Small Town on Saturday. So he was in a Salakia, brothers down in Birmingham. So he was in a situation where people got shot and killed, and then he comes out with a song like this. Of course, hey, hey, you already know who doing them type of shoot 'em up and bang bangs though. It's Esau Edom, man, and Esau is about that weapon. You best believe that. Esau about that weapon. He about that weapon more than Jake. But Jake, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, it's more prone to be pushed on our people to push that particular type of lifestyle, because it's a battle between basically good and evil, Esau, Edom, and Jacob. See, the so-called white man, he wants you so-called blacks to destroy yourselves. He wants you to destroy each other. They make a lot of money, man, off rap music, man, and especially what's has been like the past 2 years. It's been like 600 or so, damn near 1,000 rappers literally got killed with gun violence. You see? And then those record labels, and they got insurance policies on their asses, so they getting paid. Then the music get played, right? The music playing, they getting all kinds of royalties and shit. Don't none of the families of these rappers be getting paid. They be the small hats. Them 1948ers, man. The people with the black suits on. You know who I'm talking about. Okay, it says the song tells a story of a difference between city life and living in a small town. Specifically, if someone there crosses that line to cuss out a cop, spit in his face, or stomp on the flag and light it up, to try that in a small town, right? So he's letting you know, white supremacy to the fullest extent, and that they're about that weapon. Esau Edom was gifted with that weapon by our forefather Isaac, man. They are about that gun, bro. They're about anything that's got to do with a weapon. Anything. And you can go into these comments and you'll see. These so-called white people, man, hey, they're not playing no games when it comes down to what they was blessed with. And you can't blame them. I mean, and really it's all they can do. There's nothing they can do but other than, to worship what the Lord, blessed them with, basically. He gave them that gift. Isaac blessed Esau with the fatness of the earth. That's why they live in the best of these small towns. When you go to these small towns, Esau be living good. In these nice little quiet, pristine towns. Everybody know each other. You kind of get a little help when you need help. You can kind of go to sleep with your damn doors unlocked. Nobody's, fucking with your shit. You don't have to worry about nobody breaking into your car. So he be living, even the lowest of Esau, Edom, man, be living good in this country, man. That they were blessed with the fatness of the land, and they were blessed with that weapon. Isaac told him, hey, you're going to live by that sword. And that's that modern day gun. And they got plenty of them. Plenty of them. And trust me when I tell you they got more than guns. These fuckers be having rocket launchers, grenades, grenade launchers. You see? When they get to talking about, they ain't be putting up the most of the fight. Hey, these so-called white people, they'll tell you quick, you come and try and take my shit. We gonna fight it out. Come and try and take my guns. And it's pretty much what Esau, I guess from a Democratic side, is really what they want to do. But anyway, let's go into some more of it. It says Aldean sings about a gun his granddad gave. Let me see, did we get it all? Yeah. It says he sings about a gun his granddad gave him, adding that he doesn't want to give it up. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in city. Good luck. So this is the lyrics. I don't want to play the song because I don't want to get no copyright strike or nothing like that. Plus, I don't want to hear no whack-ass damn country music anyway. It says the music video, Try That in a Small Town, depicts Aldean singing in front of Maury County Courthouse in Columbia, Tennessee, as news footage of protests and interactions with the police flash across the screen. So they letting you know what's up. Aldean, who grew up in Macon, Georgia, and Homestead, Florida, with a population of 157,000, respectively. Okay. It says, when you grow up in a small town, it's that unspoken rule of we all have each other's back and we look out for each other. He wrote on social media. It feels like somewhere along the way, that sense of community and respect has gotten lost. Well, it's gotten lost because America has fallen. That's why it's got, the Lord is breaking America down. Babylon the Great is falling. That's what's going on. And it's not coming back. So with all that make America great again shit, y'all can keep all that up all you want to. It's not going to happen. Your time has run, and it's just time for y'all to pretty much give up the ghost, man. But Esau going to go out fighting. They're not going to just give it up. Because like I said again, that's in the book of Genesis, man. Matter of fact, let's just go to it. Let's go into it real quick. Because this is the blessing that Esau got from our forefathers, Isaac. Because this whole storyline, this whole earthly spiritual fight is between two races, basically. Two nations of people. And it's mainly the so-called whites and the so-called blacks. Which the so-called white people, their biblical nationality is they come from Esau. And the so-called blacks, people of color, so to speak, Hispanics, Native Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Latinos, Dominicans, so on and so forth, they come from Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that promise was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the beginning part of the blessing is for Esau, this world that we live in right now. This is his blessing. This is his kingdom. So when his kingdom falls, the new kingdom will come. And that will be Jacob. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which have been on the bottom forever, are going to finally be on the top. So it's going to be a role reversal is what's going to happen. A trading places, so to speak. Okay, so this is Genesis. What is it? 27. Let's see here. Salakia, bear with me real quick. It's entitled The Stolen Blessing. It starts at verse 30, but I want to get to the point for the sake of time. Now, if you're familiar with the story, of course, Jacob, our foremother Rachel, she overhears Isaac telling Esau, go out and hunt for, his favorite meal, favorite venison, and come back, I'm gonna bless you, because Isaac was getting older, his eyes is getting dim, and he was gonna pass away soon. So he wanted to bless the older son, which is, our ancient culture. So Rachel heard it and sent Jacob in, to basically retrieve that blessing before I hate us so much. They don't know why they hate us, but it is it is a natural fight though, because it says the children were struggling in Rebekah's from so only my father blessed me, even me also, oh my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So he was crying about it. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. That's why they live in the best places on the planet. That's why they live in such nice places, man. I'm talking about Esau living places, man, that you would think you're in a magical world, man, in some of these places. Some of the scenery that they have, some of the, they like to live off the waters, the lakes, the, nice greenery. The skies are clear and beautiful. You can, shit. Esau can jet set, man. Esau can, they got some of these Edomites have so much money, they can just fly and never see nighttime ever. They can get into their jet and fly to a whole nother region before the sun goes down every single day if they want to. Never even see the moon if they want. Jump on the plane just before it's getting dark, a few hours before it's getting dark. They're in a whole nother region where the sun is all the way up again. They can do that. But like I said, again, you see them, they live off these nice lakes. They live off the oceans. They got islands and shit. They got castles and, and even like stuff like their gated communities. You know what I'm saying? Them places be nice. And that's all over the world. It's not just America. It's a gated community all over the world with these people. They've been living really, really, really nice for a long, long time. Okay, but anyway, this is the point. Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. See? And shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. But the point that I wanted to get in is, it says that by thy sword shalt thou live. Now, back in the ancient days, a sword was big business because everybody didn't have a sword. And they're like the artificers, or matter of fact, the scripture says that they what is that? He created the smith, the waster. And see, as time went on, the so-called white man, he got into gunpowder, cannonballs and damn Gatling guns, and then from that to 6-shooters and long guns, rifles. And as time went on, the man just kept on adding to it and implementing it. Machine guns. In this future that we're in right now, you can go and get any kind of damn gun now. Now this man, he has drones. He has Black Hawk helicopters. He has fighter jets. He have Navy ships out in the oceans the size of cities with hundreds of planes on them. They can fly off at any time with nuclear weapons on them. He has nuclear weapons. So that's that sword. That's how we know who this man is. So you have to think spiritually. And the spirit got to be dealing with you too. You know what I'm saying? You have to see into the spirit of the characteristics of this man. This is him. Okay. So this is what the point that I wanted to make. So when this guy's talking, see, it's white people all over the world that believe like this, but these damn Americans, this song, hey, this probably a #1 hit for them. But you think they're gonna go out and shoot each other to this shit? Now, don't get me wrong. Hey, them damn Republicans, because it's pretty much damn near civil war anyway. They will get down. And when they get down, they're going to be gunning for you so-called blacks too. Because that Democrat and that Republican shit, hey, that's gang violence right there. That's pretty much overall. But they're not gonna generally jump into their car and be banging this shit and get the shooting out the window you know, just generally at people like that. They're not gonna do that, you know. But our people, hey, they'll hear the damn rap song and they'll jump in their car and they'll they shooting up everybody, hitting everybody that ain't even had nothing to do with the beef. They don't hit the people that normally, generally, that they trying to hit, because you know Jake can't shoot like that. But these so-called white people, man, they go to the range. They perfect your ass, a crossbow, anything, man. Okay, it says when you grow up in a small town, it's that unspoken rule, or we all have each other's backs and we look out for each other. And these are sundown towns too, mind you. If you don't know what a sundown town is, look it up. Basically, a sundown town, and it's still like that. It's still sundown towns that's going on here in the Americas now. But basically, a sundown town was if you was a so-called black, you could go into town and work for the so-called white man, but you had to be gone before sundown. You had to be gone before it got dark. Other than that, they say you forfeit your life and they'll kill your ass and do whatever to you, and it was your fault. So a lot of these places like this that this guy's talking about, these small towns, these are sundown towns, really. Okay, it says, let me see. He says, when you grow up in a small town, it's that unspoken rule of we all have each other's backs and we look out for each other. He wrote on social media. It feels like somewhere along the way, the sense of community and respect has gotten lost. Deep down, we are all ready to get back to that. I hope my new music video helps y'all know that you are not alone in feeling that way. And when he's talking about this, he's not talking about nobody but his own people. He's not talking about nobody but red people. He's talking about Esau, Edom, his people, the so-called white race. This is who he's talking about, and the ones that think like him. Because like I said, you got these ones that's out here with the alphabet shit, the ones that they would call so-called Negro lovers. Oh no, they ready to knock their asses off too. For real. It says Jason Aldean, who was on stage during the mass shooting at a Las Vegas concert in 2017 that killed 60 people and wounded over 400 more, has recorded a song called Try That in a Small Town about he and his friends will shoot you if you try to take their guns. Tweeted Shannon Watts, founder of Moms Demand, a nonprofit aimed at reducing gun violence in America. See, the so-called white woman, but women just in general, they just they need to just chill. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Of course, you know, when you got a mom, she done lost a child, of course, they're going to feel that way. But if this is a so-called white woman, that's your gift. That's what the Lord blessed your people with. That's your gift until the time period comes where the Lord shuts that shit off. So you're fighting against what you've been blessed with, basically. It says, blogger Lee Love tweeted, Jason Aldean's new song, Try That in a Small Town, is not only reminding people that sundown town, I just said that, I didn't even read this far, that sundown towns exist, but that he loves them. Don't even listen or watch to give him the views, but read the very scary lyrics. It's like he forgot about January 6th insurrection. I just said that. That's the spirit, man. I didn't even know that they had that in there. Because for real, when they talking to you about small towns, that's really what they talking about. Those small towns, ain't no Negroes there. Ain't no Negroes in those small towns that they talking about. Trust me when I tell you. It says, and Twitter user Liberally Chris wrote, is Jason Aldean really feeling so? Seems to mega crowd is the easiest way to gain attention, and it's pathetic. His new song is absolute garbage and not okay in the slightest, but others supported the country music star. Oh, it's plenty of them. There's plenty of them, because when you think about it, half the country still think that Trump is their president. That's like 80 million or so. Hey, this shit right here gonna blow. He gonna more than likely probably get a damn he's gonna get some some awards off of it. Because see, what's not gonna happen is so-called white kids are not gonna jump into cars and go out and shoot other so-called white kids. Like how you dumbass Negroes, you'll jump into your car listening to some whack ass rapper and go and shoot up your own people. In the meanwhile, you got people like this right here. Well, see, you got people like this. Remember the supermarket shooting in New York with a so-called white boy? He's like 19, 20 years old. He went and done reconnaissance, you know, at the supermarket and shot up Big Mama and them, shot up all them so-called old black people. These are the type of people that will listen to this song and throw on a headset like they on Call of Duty and pull them things, man, and delete your ass. So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you have to wake your asses up, man, because it's coming a time where the Lord is going to allow these people to get loose, and you want to be as far away from this shit as you possibly can. And I'm just being real with you. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Let's get this Micah 2:10. This comes to mind by the Spirit. Micah 2:10, because it's time to separate from this place. Let these so-called white people go ahead and scrap it on out, man. You get the fuck out of the way, because this place don't have nothing to do with us like that. Micah 2:10. And it reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." You had to come out of the mindset of America. Stop fucking talking about you're an American. If these people had not kidnapped you, these are the same people that kidnapped your ancestors, brought your ancestors here. If they had not done that, you wouldn't be here to call yourself an American. So cut that shit out. Why you out here celebrating damn 4th of July and Memorial's Day and Veterans Day and all these damn days that the so-called white man is running throughout the earth and done murdered, rape, rob, kill, murdered, rape, rob, and kill. Still been doing it. He's still doing it. He's still, this man is nonstop when it comes to destruction. And the reason why is because he was blessed with the sword. We can't bring that out enough. We have to show, matter of fact, let me get this, 2 Thessalonians 2:3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." This is who this man is. The man of sin, the son of perdition, is being revealed to you today. Because I'm telling you, this one guy with this one song, you best believe he got backing. It's probably 100 million people got that shit on repeat right now. And so-called, and they getting a lot brazen about it. They're not hiding the fact that they're damn racist no more. They're not hiding that shit, man. They'll let you know straight up. You'll have so-called white boys riding around with the Confederate flag on their goddamn truck, big as hell, with another big ass flag with Trump on it, 2024, and they'll be banging this shit. They'll be banging it. And trust me when I tell you, they're not going to be shooting at their own people to that song. Now, like I said again, though, they do have a deep hatred for the ones that love Biden and that side of things. Because they look at them as niggas. Straight up. Verse 8, it says, 2 Thessalonians 2:8, it says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders." But the point that I want to make is, hey, this man is the wicked. He's the man of sin. He's the son of perdition. And that race of people, they are the physical counterpart of Satan on the planet Earth, man. They are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. That Job 9:24, it goes straight into him. The earth is giving it to the hand of the wicked, because he's in control of that gun. Not just anybody can have that gun. You ain't gonna just be going out here talking about, I'm about to start a gun making company. You forget that shit. You're gonna have to be going through all kinds of permits and licensings and setbacks, trying to just get the license to get the damn building. First off, you ain't about to get no gunpowder. They in control of that. You ain't about to get no metals and materials and whatever you need to put the damn gun together. You for sure, you can forget about a damn helicopter. You can forget about an F-22 fighter jet. You can forget about a damn drone. You can forget about a nuclear weapon. because they were gifted with those things. This is why we do these lessons. We have to bring out who this man is. He's to be revealed in these last days and time. This is another one of those prophecies that let you know how close we are to getting the hell out of here. Because the Lord is coming to destroy this man. It's going to take the Lord to destroy this man. Because see, you Jake running around out here with your couple of little guns. You got a couple of little switches. You're running around out here at camp with goddamn bulletproof vest on and ARs on your shoulder. You don't have nothing, man, compared to what the so-called white man got. You crazy? You crazy? This man is in control of your damn water that you get in through your faucet in your house. He's in control of your food. And then if you get out here and go to war with him, he's in control of the goddamn ambulance that might come to swoop your ass up and give you a tourniquet if you need one, or pluck a bullet out of your dumb ass. Come on, man, let's get real out here. This is what we're up against. And this is why we pray to the Lord for this place to fall. And it's going to be by his power and might, not ours. We don't have no power or might. All we have is the Lord. Because it says, but others supported the country music star. Let's see what these other people's got to say. It says, liberals are in full meltdown mode over Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town. They should know it's not just the small towns that Americans are sick and tired of the crimes, criminals, violence, repeat offenders, liberal DA, two-way assaults, defund the police bullshit. We are fed up, tweeted one person. And there you have it, man. And you already know these people are on the register as white supremacists. The so-called white male is the #1 terrorist of this country. Literally. And it's on the books, man. It says, months after the October 2017 mass shooting in Las Vegas, Aldean told the Associated Press that guns were too easy to get. But guess what? Hey, he just let you know, try that in a small town. It's too easy to get guns first and foremost, he said. When you can walk in somewhere and you can get one in 5 minutes, do a background check that takes 5 minutes. Like, how in depth is that background check? He added, and see, he'll go, you know, he could say, well, I still say this. I still support this. I went in and I got every gun that I have legally. But see, they don't look at you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in that way. You know, they can go in and get what the fuck they want. You go through the same process, you're looked at as being different. Why? You might even have to go through a little bit more than what a little double up on the background check. Oh, well, we got to check this again. We got to check this. We got to do this, you know. So-called white man, hey, a lot of the times they can just run in. Oh, hey, Mr., you know, he's a long-time customer. He's been buying guns from me for 30 years, you know. Run right in there. Hell, as a matter of fact, got special orders and shit. Get calls from the gun shop. Hey, yeah, we got this new such and such in. You know, got the special brochures. You know, get invited to special, you know, gun shows and shit. Hey, that's stuff that Esau is into. Esau have military shows. Esau have military shows where they have these conferences, just like gun shows. They'll have the newest tank, the newest helicopter, Black Hawk helicopter or whatever, you know, new fighter jets. And they advertise that shit. They'll have somebody there, you know, selling it just like it's a damn Cadillac or something, or a Rolls Royce or something, or a Nissan, or, you know. It's no different than these car companies that's coming out with a new 2025 Navigator or whatever, a new 2025 BMW. These military complex spots, man, they do that shit too. Every year, they got something new coming out. And there's a lot of money at it. That's the reason why they stay at war. Okay, it says, well, anyway, you get the point. Oh, man. It says he's no stranger to public backlash. Was dumped by his publicist team last year after he and his wife, Brittany, made controversial comments about transgender children. See? So he's definitely all the way right. This guy right here is a right. He's all the way right. And that's pretty much it. Then the comments, you already know what it is. It's a bunch of people in here that agree with him. And you know, these are nice stories when you see that they have it. Let me see how many. They got, it's over 2,500 comments in here. So that lets you know that it's pretty interesting story to people. People are commenting on it, and he's getting a lot of you know, you could pretty much see that it's a half and half. He's getting flack, and he's also getting praise. And this is pretty much what's happening right here too. This is another thing that's going on that lets us know that we're in the last days as well. I'll end out here, Yahweh Ratazah. Matthew 12 and 25. Damn, mosquitoes out here tagging me. Forgot it's about that season for them. Trying to just enjoy the little wind. The Sabbath just ended. Matthew 12 and 25, it says, and Yahweh knew their thoughts. And that's the true name of the Son, Yahweh. It's not Jesus. There's no letter J in Hebrew. The letter J was invented in 1524, about 500 years ago. So they wasn't calling the Lord Jesus 2,000 years ago. They was calling him by his Hebrew name, Yahweh, which means he's the Savior or deliverer in Paleo-Hebrew. And the true name of the Father, the Most High, is Yahweh, which means that he exists, or the existing one. I like to always bring that out in these lessons because it's very important, because the so-called white man, he has actually used the scriptures as a weapon as well. I'm telling you, this man can weaponize anything. He gave you white Jesus, gave you a white God. Now, the scriptures are true. The scriptures are real. But this man, he's been in control. He got his hands on a book. He whitewashed all the images. See, this is the type of person, this is the type of spirit that you're dealing with. You're dealing with a real wicked ass spirit, man, that'll do something like that. And they have no problem, and they really believe that shit. They really, they really believe that the Lord is some white guy and he's with them. Straight up. But anyway, it says, and Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And that's what you have from, you got half the country still believe that Trump their president. You got the other half that believe in this clown Biden. I don't know why. And if that guy get, these people right here, the small town people, they gonna go goddamn nuts if Biden get elected president again. You're really about to see the sparks fly in this place. Just straight up, man. So, I just wanted to just touch on this and bring this out. I know at first, because I was reading the story, I'm like, well, damn, how fucking hypocritical. There's this uproar about this guy, says sparks outrage over guns. The new song sparks outrage over guns. Very scary lyrics. But here I can go back in the days where you had it's my man's in them. He said I got 100 guns, 100 clips, cause I'm from New York. Hey, Nas even had a song explaining that he was a gun. It was put together pretty dope though. You know what I'm saying? Kind of let you know he put it together poetically pretty dope. But I mean, it's gun song after gun song after gun song after gun song. Man, it's so many songs. That's every other rap song that you hear. But nobody has an outrage. Nobody is saying, such and such, such and such. Because there's a different type of attitude when it comes to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites, as opposed to when it comes to you so-called, the so-called white man. Because I always said it. You think about if anybody's gonna be doing some shooting it up, wouldn't it be the cowboys and Indians? Wouldn't it be the country singers? They're the ones that, get down off how the West was won, the six shooters and shit, the Mexican standoffs. The standing there and then, they pulling from the holster and who's the quickest draw? Your Billy the Kids. Nothing happens. Jake do music and niggas is out here going fucking nuts with the pistol, man. Leaning all out of windows with ski mask on. Jake just out of control with it. But that lets you know this man, Esau Edom, he has set that up that way. That's systematic right there. That is super duper systematic racism. And we know who at the top of that shit. The ones that own them record labels. The ones that Kanye West was talking about that you can't speak on. Them small hatters with them big ass noses. We know who it is. So, and they push the movies on you. Because I be scrolling through the movies. Like, say, for instance, you got something like Roku or something like that, or Netflix, or whatever the case may be. And you scroll through, and it may say black cinema, black movies, you know, of course. Every single fucking movie in there, you're not going to see anything that's intelligent at all. It's just all that shit is some nigga in the hood. Or some, even if it's a movie about a woman. Every now and then, you'll see something that's along the lines of, you know, something, you know, with some art to it, so to speak. But mainly, most of all those movies, man, is geared towards our people. It's nothing but documentaries on just dumb shit. Movies on dumb shit. You know? The so-called black woman against the so-called black man. The so-called black man against the so-called black woman. The so-called black man against the so-called black man. The so-called black man against the so-called Mexican. You know, it's some shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Here you go. The so-called white man, he can put out some shit like Titanic. And it's just, you know, it makes billions and billions of dollars. Win all the Grammys, awards, the soundtrack, the score, all that shit. Everybody get a damn trophy to go home with. You know, best we can get is some goddamn Boys in the Hood or some shit. And I'm just, you know, just something that I'm thinking of, you know what I'm saying? Because and this done got so much worse. Now they done threw the alphabet people in there with it. Oh my goodness, it's just a smorgasbord of nothing but wickedness now. But anyway, I just wanted to just touch on this, you know, touch your minds. Pray that the lesson was edifying you. Hey, you got to think on some of this stuff, man. This man could put out this song and nobody is, you know, you got a few haters. It's from the looks of it, these are nothing but people that's just fucking Biden supporters or something that's hating on him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, you're not going to see nobody out here shooting at each other, no so-called white boys shooting at each other while they banging this song, man. Trust me when I tell you that. So they're making a big deal out of this, but they won't make a big deal out of all these songs they allow the so-called Jakes to, and they push these songs. Jake be having all kinds of intelligent songs that they be wanting to put out. That ain't gonna sell. We don't want that. They'll scrap a whole project because they don't want that coming from Jake. They don't want Jake talking about nothing intelligent, or that's the reason why they don't like the Hebrew Israelites. They don't want Jake out here saying, man, you shouldn't be smoking. You shouldn't be eating pork. You should be thinking more about your health. You should be thinking more family oriented. You should be thinking about, you know what I'm saying? You know, coming back to the Lord, Yahweh H.I.M Yahushua first off. No, they don't want any of that being taught, man. So I just wanted to touch on that, man. With that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashalom.